The Utah legislature approved the creation of the Great Salt Lake Watershed Enhancement Trust in 2022 to help coordinate the funding of different projects to save the Great Salt Lake. Well, now the trust is awarding its first award grants, $8.5 million to help fund 8 different projects aimed at improving wetlands surrounding the lake. So ABC4's Northern Utah correspondent Cade Garner has the details.
Each of the 8 projects will have its own set of goals, but as a whole, they will accomplish a few things: improve water quality that enters the wetlands, improve the wetlands themselves, and improve how the state's able to control water to get it from rivers to the wetlands and ultimately into Great Salt Lake. The trust will help fund restoration projects for years to come. The wetland projects are just the first.
The wetlands themselves and the lake are part of an intertwined ecosystem. They function together.
The Trust's executive director, Marcel Shoup, says without one, the other doesn't exist. And with lake levels still at historic lows, the wetlands are on the brink of peril.
One year where we've had very high levels of precipitation, good runoff, has been really important to help us manage the dire consequences and the dire situation we were in last year, but it's not enough.
The 8 projects will be run by nonprofits as well as government agencies, and they will contribute an additional $6.5 million.
And we can talk about things in dollar amounts, but I think at the end of this funding amount, we're going to be able to show acres of improved habitat and wildlife that have benefited from it, and an overall increase in the health of the system.
Adam Wickline says the goal is to improve and preserve 13,000 acres of wetlands.
They attenuate flooding, they provide food for wildlife, habitat for wildlife, as well as tons of recreational opportunities.
To save the wetlands, the projects will provide for new water control systems like dams and canals, restore marsh areas, and monitor water flows into the lake from crucial wetland areas.
To preserve it and maintain the ecological integrity in order for the communities around us, the businesses that rely on the lake, all of the wildlife and birds to be able to thrive.
In total, the trust had $10 million to spend on wetland projects. That means they still have $1.5 million left. They say they'll come together next year and decide which future projects will get the remaining money. Reporting from Great Salt Lake, Cade Garner, ABC4 News.